And as more details emerge about some of the heroic actions taken Saturday, we're also learning more about the precautions the synagogue took that prepared it for this horrific attack.
Yeah, joining us right now is Poway Mayor Steve Vaus. Thank you so much for being here. Mr. Mayor, we understand after the Tree of Life synagogue shooting in Pittsburgh, you reached out to leaders saying that everyone needs to have a plan in place. And in fact, the rabbi said they'd conducted active shooter drills, and he believes that helped save lives. What do you say needs to be done going forward after something like this has happened?
Well, there's no question in my mind that the meeting we had a few days after the Tree of Life massacre, and we shared with the congregation what to do. And then months later, the active shooter drill that we had at City Hall that Rabbi Goldstein attended. You know, I think we need to do more of that. And Rabbi Goldstein made some powerful points last night that, you know, he believes we ought to bring back a moment of silence in schools so that folks can think about the fact that God loves us all. And there's nothing that can come between us and God's love. And I agree, I come from a different faith tradition, but I think until we reconnect with that, we're going to continue to have problems. Hate and heartbreak have been around since the beginning of time, but we can be more vigilant and stand together, shoulder to shoulder.
What prompted the action, the pre-action to be prepared? We think of Poway and it's kind of a lifestyle in a certain neighborhood, right? We don't think of these things happening in Poway. What prompted you to say, you know what, we need to take these measures everywhere?
We're proud of the fact that we're the safest city in the county and top 20 safe in the state of California. And I give all the credit in the world to our sheriff's department that they look ahead and think, okay, how can we get even safer? So it was their idea to reach out. I was just tagging along. They're great like that, working with the community to keep them safe. We have no more sacred duty as elected officials.
You mentioned the rabbi talking about a moment of silence. What do you think about changing education? Some religious leaders in town have said we need to understand each other's faiths better. Perhaps that could help, because a lot of people are thinking going forward, we need to prevent this from happening again.
There's such a twisted irony that just a week before this tragedy, we had an interfaith gathering in Poway. People from all faith traditions came together, and our sole purpose was to talk about finding more common ground, about building bridges instead of barriers. And we laid some great groundwork. That doesn't stop a tragedy like this. You can't see hate in everybody's heart. You don't know who's going to strike and when. But I believe it laid the groundwork for how the community came together. As much as I said the first morning, this is not Poway, last night we saw the real Poway, where thousands of people came together just to put their arms around one another and say, I'm standing with you.
Mayor Steve Vaus, I want to thank you for your time, and we have a lot to learn about this shooter. He seems like he came from a good home, well educated. I mean, the big question of why is still out there.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.